Thank you, everyone, for being here, especially to Yanni for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity to talk about the message from water. That's Dr. Emoto's findings. And I would like to talk about about water and how it reacts to all the environment, including our thoughts and prayers. And I would like to, after that, I would like to talk about Emoto Peace Project. So I have about 45 minutes, right? Correct. Okay, all right. Now, the Greek philosopher Thales said, water is the primary principle. So I think it is really beneficial for us to know what water is and the truth. Well, Dr. Emoto used to say the truth of water, and that water carries the message. And so that's something basically I'm going to talk about. The surface of the earth is about 70%, probably a little more. And the ratio of our body is about 70%, depending on, well, it depends on the size of our body, the age also, but in general, average of human beings is about 70% water. So I can say that we are really water, and just like Earth, we're the same portion of water. So let's learn what water is. I would like to get into who is Masaru Emoto for those who really don't know who he is and what kind of discovery he made. Originally, Dr. Emoto was doctor of alternative medicine, and he was using this vibrational machine. We call it Hado. Hado means vibration. Vibrational machine, we call it Hado machine, and he used that to detect what kind of problem the patient had, or patient had, and what he did was he transmitted the information that will cancel the negative information or that was the cause, that was causing the problem to the patient. And then transmitted that information into water to cancel the information, that negative information that the patient had. And let the patient drink that water. So, and he healed or treated more than 10,000 patients. And by doing that, so many people said that how can water treat, or how can you treat people with water? So he wanted to prove that water has the memory, water was carrying the information. And then he kept thinking days after days, and then he came up to the idea when he saw that the pictures of snowflakes. Then he thought, wow, snow is water. Water can be frozen. Then, if the snow has flakes, water has to have crystals also. So he never got into to the laboratory or to the freezer or refrigerator because it's so cold, as Dr. Pollack knows. He experienced it last month. And so Dr. Emoto had the scientist who worked in the laboratory and asked him to take the photo crystal of water, of frozen water. And this scientist said, no, that's not possible. But Dr. Emoto was so intuitive, so he said, no, you have to believe it. Water does. Frozen water really makes crystal. If you really try that, keep doing that. So it took him about 3 months before he really succeeded in taking the photograph of frozen water. And then, well, I do have the very first photograph. He succeeded, but since I don't have enough time today, I just didn't want to include it here. After after he succeeded in taking the very first water crystals, then he started to take many different kinds of water crystals. And then he established the world of first technology to take water crystal photography. And so that was the first thing he did. And then after that, by taking those water crystals, he visually captured he made it possible to see the crystalline structure of water when it was a frozen level. And this right here that you're seeing is the crystal of frozen water after water saw the word love and gratitude. And this one right here in the middle is the water crystal of the word of arigato, that means thank you in Japanese. And this is the word of peace. All of these are very pretty. He took thousands of photographs. He didn't take it. His assistant in the laboratory took all the pictures. Then he discovered that the water has memory, and it really responds to the environment. And he wanted to share that information with all the people around the world. So the first book he made was this, the hidden message from, the message from water. He originally wrote this book in Japanese, bilingual, in Japanese and in English. And he self-published it because none of the publisher wanted to publish it. They all said, no, it's not going to be sold well. So he said, okay, fine, then we're going to publish it with our own money. Then it started to go all the way around across the ocean and started to go, first went to Germany and then started spreading. Then some publishers started to want to publish it. Then he wrote, after that, he wrote The Hidden Messages in Water, and this one became the bestseller, New York Times bestseller, and was bestseller for 25 weeks in a row. And he made several books after that continuously. So all these books started to spread and went to 80 countries. It just had an impact on everyone. And especially indigenous people around the world accepted the message from water, saying that everything this book says is what they have heard from ancient time, from all the ancestors. And they came to Dr. Emoto saying that, thank you so much for making this book so that so that we know what we have been told is the truth. So they resonated. I think here's Vernon right here. And this is Becky, his wife. These are some of the 13 grandmas in Kentucky. And this elder came from, I think it was Australia, New Zealand, just came to our office too. So this is, oh, I have it. In 1994, that was September, the very first water crystal picture was successfully taken, and Dr. Emoto said it was a visual proof of hado. Hado means vibration. Visually proved that everything is vibrating. This is the very first picture of crystal that Dr. Emoto obtained after 3 months. I forgot to bring something very important. He said that everything is vibrating. And water is carrying that vibration. Vibration is energy. And vibration is also information. Vibration has energy, or vibration is energy. And I would like to show you, I forgot to set up this, usually I use tune forks here to show you how we are resonating, how everything is resonating. And when we are resonating with the same frequency, it resonates very beautifully. But I will show it to you later. I have the tuning forks right down there in the yellow stack. If you can pull it out, I can just set it. So I will show it to you later. Okay, this is the first book, The Message from Water. It's still, I think, selling in Amazon or some publishers. He first started taking water crystals from tap water around the world to see how, what kind of water crystal they make. And this is the tap water in Tokyo. And this was taken many years ago. It was taken, I think, more than, probably about 15 years ago. So since then, Dr. Emoto impacted or influenced the water in Tokyo or many cities around the world, or tap water. They have improved the quality of water, but still, because of the chemicals that has in tap water, they just don't form. A lot of times it doesn't form water crystal, the crystal. This is the tap water in Los Angeles, California. This is from tap water from Denver. Tap water in London. As you can see, you don't see any pretty crystal like the ones that you saw. There are so many crystals of water crystals from tap water from all around the world, but because of the time I can't show you. So I will go on to the natural water, how beautiful they are. This is spring water in Mount Fuji area. See the difference between tap water and natural water. Groundwater of Kristen, Colorado. This is the water from Lake Maggiore, Switzerland. Even the lake, it's so pretty. And I think water in Switzerland is very pure, very pretty. Then he started to be very curious, because Dr. Emoto really loved music, especially classical music. So he was always listening to classical music, and then he wondered how water would react to different kinds of music, especially classical music. The way he let water listen to music was like this. He put distilled water right here in the center of speakers, and let water listen to the music just once. And this is the crystal of distilled water. Even now we use distilled water to take water crystals because it's very pure. It doesn't have any information in it or anything in it. And it makes a very simple hexagonal crystal. We take about 50 droplets of water to take crystals. And no single crystal is the same, exactly the same, but there are tendencies, and this is one of them. It's tend to be, this distilled water crystal tend to be very simple. This is music, the water after listening to Beethoven's Destiny. Well, this simple hexagonal water, we use the same water. This hexagonal crystal changed to this beautiful water crystal after listening to Destiny. This is the crystal from after listening to the Moldau. Isn't that pretty? This is Lake Swan. This is one of my favorites. It's like the water is dancing. So pretty. This is crystal after water, listening to Canon in D. All are different, but this is really significant. When Dr. Emoto played a very destructive music, I mean, heavy metal music itself is not probably bad, but he understood that what kind of vibration it has. Is it a destructive vibration, or is it a very nice, harmonious, beautiful vibration? Or does it have very beautiful message in lyric, or destructive, ugly, negative words in it? So the kind of heavy metal music that he let water listened made this ugly kind of formed crystal. It's not really crystal. By doing that, after that, he said he wondered how water would react to different kinds of pictures, photographs. He showed this picture of elephant to water. What he does is he puts water on top of the photograph like this, and we set it for about 24 hours. And then after that, we freeze this droplets of water, and then take water crystals from that. After showing this elephant, can you see this kind of looking like trunk of elephant? This was the crystal taken from that elephant picture. When he showed this picture of shrine, it's called Izumo Shrine, and very typical of this shrine, the roof of shrine, and this rope right here. Water crystal, water responded this way. It's like roof and the rope. He showed this heart mark right here to water. He placed the heart mark onto this water like this, showed it to water. Then he made this, the water made this water crystal, of heart mark. In cherry blossoms, it's like a little flower. Lake Emerald at Yellowstone, it's well known as pretty, beautiful colors. It showed the pretty color in here. What about crop circle, as we're here with the extraterrestrial beings, contactees? It's something very interesting. Does it look like a crop, like kind of ship? As we use, every day we communicate with words, languages, and sometimes, well, in Japan we have a lot, in schools we have a lot of problem of bullying with words, and nowadays we have parents who are using just awful negative words to children, not knowing what they are saying, what they are doing to children. And so I always try to tell everyone whenever I go and teach, talk to people, I say words really affect so much to children. So let's learn how water is reacting to different kinds of words. At first, Dr. Emoto showed the words in Japanese. This one says arigato, thank you, in Japanese. He glued the word, he showed the word to water. And this one, you fool, bakayaro, in Japanese. Then he showed them the words for 24 hours, took the pictures. This is from thank you in Japanese. It's very pretty, hexagonal, powerful, strong kind of structured crystal. And you fool is just like heavy metal. Something destructive, something negative. This is the word we showed, Dr. Emoto showed thank you in so many different languages. And I want to show you some of them. And this is in English, thank you. It's pretty. What about you fool in English? This is thank you in German. You fool in German. Thank you, merci, in French. You fool in French. Is it bad? Pretty bad, isn't it? Thank you, grazie. That's Italian. This is obrigado in Portuguese. Pretty, aren't they pretty? Gracias in Spanish. Thank you in Spanish. Quitos. Yay, finish. Pretty. Thank you in Hungarian language. Thank you in Hebrew. Looks like it's a big mouth right here. It's not thank you, but it's compassion. Water responded so beautifully to compassion. Such a beautiful word. Harmony, wa, means harmony in Japanese. And it's almost like praying, two hands putting together. And such a beautiful crystal. This is after showing the word peace in Japanese. This is war. It's not perfect. It wants to form crystal, the hexagonal, beautiful crystal, but still, it's hurt, I would think. So through this water, we can say that we really don't want war or fighting. Water does not want fighting. And when we have this fighting, I mean, we ourselves are 70% water. We're hurting ourselves too, not just one place on some part of the earth, but ourselves as well. To the word, let's do it, or let's do it nicely. It's a pretty crystal, but when we say do it as a form of order, water doesn't like being ordered. Self-love It's so pretty. This is why this morning I mentioned that the world peace comes from myself first, loving myself. By loving yourself, the water within your body will become very pretty at the level of molecule. And then you will be really healthy. When you love yourself, when you can love yourself, you know that you can love you're loving someone else, the people around you. You can love your family, and that goes to the society, to the earth, and to the universe. So we have to start from ourselves. This is Dr. Pollack has this picture, the water crystal picture of love of husband and wife and husband. It's very interesting because it has two crystals together. It's like representing wife and husband. We don't know which one is wife and which one is husband. Probably changes depending on the situation. But the beautiful thing is, right? Beautiful thing is, they're two together. And this is the family love, the picture after we showed the word of family love. Can you see there are 3 water crystals here? And this is really important because nowadays we live just with parents and children. The grandma and grandpa are living in a different place. But this water is saying or showing that 3 generations is really important. 3 generations being together is family. And I have my own children, 2 sons, and when I think about it, when I was small, I had my grandma and grandpa. When my parents were busy, my grandpa or my grandma would be with me, and I felt always safe and comforted. And they gave me the love that my parents couldn't probably give, or the bigger love that they felt for me. Also, they had wisdom that my parents didn't have at that time. So this water is showing how important, how desirable it is to have these 3 generations together. And the most beautiful water crystal that water made was after showing not just 1 word, but 2 words together. Love and gratitude together. Love and gratitude. And we've taken probably more than 200,000 water crystal pictures, but still, even now, there's no water crystal that is any more beautiful than this one. This one is the most beautiful crystal that we have ever had. Well, you're taking the pictures. Let me see. It's 440. All right, so I want to show you how water responds to our consciousness or our thought or our prayer, something that we can't see, but there exists. Together with 500 people, Dr. Emoto and those people sent their prayer of love and gratitude to the water that was set on Dr. Emoto's desk in Tokyo, right here. So they were sending their thought and prayer remotely to Japan that was in Taiwan, where they were praying, and remotely to the water on Dr. Emoto's desk, right here. And after that, we took the photo crystal of this water. And it became, that was the simple hexagonal crystal of that distilled water made this pretty, beautiful crystal. So that shows how our prayer is effective. And water is really showing how prayer is really effective, and our thought affects our consciousness, affect not only just words, but our heart is affecting water. And I think when we say some things, we think, well, usually the words comes from your heart. So your prayer or thought comes first, I think. So it's really important that what kind of thought we have always, what kind of stage we are we happy always? Are we grateful always? Are we forgiving people? And are we loving people? Are you loving ourselves? After taking this water crystal photos of prayers, then he was convinced that prayers can reach water, and water resonate. The prayer is resonating with water. So he went with one of the Buddhism priests to this Fujiwara Dam. It was really contaminated, and water was really making a really bad smell. So they offered the prayer, the Buddhism monk prayer for a chant for about an hour. And after that, we did the experiment. And this was before the prayer. It was really, the water was really bad. But after offering the prayer of one hour, it made this beautiful crystal. So prayer really is effective. So Dr. Emoto included that picture in a message from water in adult's book. So by reading these or seeing these water crystals, people around the world started to react to that and learn that prayers is really important. So whenever Dr. Emoto went to give the lectures, the local people asked him to go outside and offer the prayer to water with love and gratitude. So they started to do this. So many years ago, a lot of people started to pray for peace on this planet Earth. It was in Budapest, Hungary. This was from Lake Baikal in Russia after they offered the water ceremony to Lake Baikal. They did not have water or rain they said for about a year. They really needed water. And many times after Dr. Emoto offered with the local people the water prayer, when the places where they needed water had rain, and there became beautiful rainbows. And in certain places, they said rainbow is the blessing of God. So this was from the beautiful double rainbow came after they offered the water crystal ceremony at Lake Baikal in Russia. We do have many rainbows, but I just wanted to show you one. And then after having done the research of more than hundreds of thousands of water crystal photos, he learned that water is the mirror of our heart. We can say things, surfacely, we can say something that is not from our heart. We can say things that we don't even think, but water knows how you feel, what you're thinking. So he said, water is the mirror of our heart. When we are showing, well, water is receiving the good information, then it's showing in the crystal form of beautiful hexagonal crystal. When the information is negative and bad, or bad information, then it just cannot form any crystal. So that's why thank you and you fool, or do it, let's do it, make all these things make different crystals. And the most important thing is, again, the love and gratitude is the most beautiful crystal. And there's a message why love and gratitude made such a beautiful crystal. Because of because those two words together have beautiful information. Water really loves those two words together. And that's why it made such a beautiful crystal. And what is the meaning of love and gratitude? This is what Dr. Emoto, this is a hypothesis of Dr. Emoto's meaning of love and gratitude. He said, this side is positive, active energy, and this side is negative energy, and it's correlating always. The opposite, or negative, positive, love is positive energy. It's giving energy. Gratitude is negative energy. Passive, I'm saying, not negative, passive energy. That's receiving. So they're co-relating. And fire is an active energy. And to put out the fire, it's water. It's passive energy. It's oxygen and hydrogen, and life and death. And water is H2O until Dr. Pollack found fourth phase of water. But H2O, Dr. Emoto interpreted as, the way he interpreted it was, one love and two gratitude makes H2O. So what he said was, this is really important. This is what I really want to say. When we receive someone's love, the God is giving, please forgive me for using the word God, but God is giving his love to every being, not just human beings, but every being on this earth, including the soil, water, animals, plants, including ourselves, giving love, light to everything equally. And then we should be receiving that love with two gratitudes. Then what happens is, out of these two gratitudes, one will change to love and will stay in myself as love. And this gratitude will change to love and will be transmitted to the second person, to the person, next person, the third person. And then he, Orion, will be receiving my love with two gratitudes. And then Orion will be keeping the one gratitude in your heart with love. And the other gratitude will be given to Emily, and Emily will be receiving this love with two gratitudes. So it will be going around, circulating. And this is the way we can create this whole world the peaceful place, because with love and gratitude, it keeps going round and generate. And that's what Dr. Emoto always said. That's why love and gratitude, one love and two gratitudes, just not just one love, but feeling grateful more than love when we receive something is really important. We started doing a lot of experiments with words. not just water crystals. We wanted to see how it reacts, like using rice and fruits, plants, anything. Water, because we use, everything is made with water, or everything has water in it. So this was done by someone who was living in Japan after reading Dr. Emoto's message from water, and they wanted to do it as an assignment for summer for kids. And they put cooked rice in 2 different jars, and they put on one jar, they put the word "you fool," bakayaro in Japanese. And on the other jar, they put arigato. They left it for about 1 month. One with "you fool" got rotten. The other one with arigato, thank you, just smelled so fermented and smelled kind of nicely. So other people started to do it with different words. This one was with war. This one was with peace. The result is just like water crystal. This is the the rice experiment I did in my, originally at home, because I have my 2 sons at home. So at that time, I just wanted them to see what the results were without me saying anything. And after, I think it was about 3 months after I started doing this, the results were not changing anymore. I started to see the difference in about 5 days. Then in about 1 month, it was almost obvious. In 3 months, it just stayed like this. I brought these jars of this rice experiments to the office and showed it to Dr. Emoto. And he was really happy that all the results were just like water crystals. And this was from Love and Gratitude. It was a cooked rice. I cooked at the same time and prepared 4 the same jars. And I put arigato. It was pretty. Bakayaro, you fool, was kind of messy. But the worst was ignored. This is really important to know, because everything is vibrating, and vibration is energy. When we're ignoring, we're not paying attention to it. We're not giving the vibration to it. That means we're not giving the energy, life to it. So ignoring something is really, it's the worst thing we can do to any being, more than saying you fool or I don't like you. The worst thing, so we do not want to ignore. And I had this water, the rice experience bottles until 2 months ago, but I just had to get rid of them. I decided to do something different, so I have the results, so I will do something different. Now, I would like to go, before I go to Emoto Peace Project, I want to show this vibrational resonance. Is this 440? I can't see. Can you see if this is 440? Can I have the light kind of bright? I have to know. This is what Dr. Emoto used to do all the time, everywhere he went, so I'm going to do it. All right. Resonance. This is 440 hertz tuning fork. And this is also 440. This one is 442, just a little bit different. 2 hertz different, only 2 hertz. When the people with really good ears can hear the difference. But normally they sound very similar. With 440, that's 440. This is 442. Does it sound very similar? Okay, one more time. 440. 442. Oops. Not still quite yet. Okay, now, what happens when I hit 440? Can you hear? It's resonating because it's the same frequency, same vibration. So when we are resonating, that means when we are really similar or vibrating on the same frequency, we're really purely vibrating. But when we're not on the same vibration or resonating, we don't. It doesn't vibrate. So, one more time, let me do it. Okay, this is vibrating. Doesn't vibrate. So Dr. Emoto used to say that we are human beings, and normally everything is vibrating and everything has its own frequency, but human beings are the only ones who can adjust ourselves and resonate with this frequency. To resonate with each other, we don't force other people to resonate with me, but I can resonate with you so that we can get along together instead of fighting with each other. So this is something that I want to show you. Okay, now, Emoto Peace Project. He gave keynote speech at the headquarters of the United Nations in New York in 2005. That was when he came up with the idea of Emoto Peace Project. He said that he would he would make the children's edition of a Message from Water and to give to children for free of charge in all around the world. And he said that will be 650 million children's books in 10 years, he said, and I'm sorry we could not really succeed in distributing that many, but we're still doing it. And why 650 million children's book? It's because if 10% of the world population learns about this beautiful energy of love and gratitude, then the world will be peaceful, because it will, the 80% of in between 10% good and 10% negative, there's an 80% in between. This will be coming to this 10% positive side. And that's almost like a 100 monkey phenomena. And that's what he wanted to do. So he made the children's book in 2005, first in Japanese, and then after that, we translated it into English. I'll talk about the inside of this. Then why children? It's because children are very pure, And they are the future of this planet Earth. And when children learn about this message from water, it shows all the picture, the crystal picture of seeing the different words, different music, different pictures and prayers. They, just by looking at water crystals, without even reading the text, they will know, they will feel that they don't want to use the bad words, or they don't want to listen to an ugly music. They want to be saying thank you instead of you fool, or instead of something negative. And those people, if those children are all spread all around the world, they will grow to be adults in about 10 years, maybe, in about 15 years. Then all these children or all these grown-ups all around the world will want to live in harmony instead of fighting. So that is the main purpose and aim of this project. It's in my office when Dr. Emoto was still alive. Now we have 31, it's translated into 31 languages right now. And some places do not, some countries are very poor and they can't find sponsors. And at that time, when they want to print the children's book, we try to help them with money, send them money, or print the children's book in Japan and send the book to them. But the people, the countries where they can find sponsors, we are asking them to find sponsors and print them. Or I have this data on website so that they can download. I think, is it about time? Okay, Dr. Emoto used to go all around the world with this book, interacted with children, and to spread, to teach the beautiful energy, beautiful love and gratitude. All right, and thank you very much. And the very last thing I want to show is, okay, one small movie. Just 5 minutes.
Standing on this earth.
Okay. So,
Well,
I'm done.
Time, but that was intentional. Stop yourself. Could you play that song one more time?
One more time?
In Japanese. In Japanese.
In Japanese? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Japanese is so nice.
oh, okay. Thank you. I'll do it then. Let's see. Well, even now, whenever I watch this, no, I have Japanese edition. Whenever I watch this, I still, my tears come out, so. This is a Japanese edition. Thank you. Okay.